we've done it, you've seen it. I guess we've got to take them for a ride, really,
that's
don't we?
That's all that's really left. So, yeah. So, in the next episode, guys, that's what we'll be doing. So, already, just on the tarmac, the Keeway's feeling a heck of a lot different than it used to. Feels a lot more stable, yet a lot lighter in the front end at the same time. That big wheel with the extra rolling diameter, it just holds its speed nicer. And with these wide handlebars, wow, there's a lot more control. So already off to a good start. The exhaust isn't too loud, which is nice. Well worth the decision of getting the guys to build it professionally for me. And I have to admit, really happy all round so far. I'm really looking forward to getting up onto the gravel of the Hunsbury. Taking it off-road will be part of the test. So let's carry on and see how this ends up. I do have to admit that Chris's bike does look good in that military green. Still cherry, but it's not cherry in colour. He's done a good job. We put a lot of effort into that paint, so I'm very happy that we got a good result. The bar end mirrors and everything he's done to it gives it a real brat look, and I really do like it. Well, brakes work. I've got to say, man, I do rate that in green.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
It's
I like it.
Completely different bike now.
Hell yeah. Once I do, I'm going to change the bar still, I think.
Yep.
I'll go a matte black bar, I think. Get the decals on it. Maybe play with the front forks, I'm not sure.
Opportunity to have a bit of a chat about how they're feeling.
Well, I was just saying on the camera, the best modification I've done to this bike, the bar end mirrors, eh?
Yep.
Like, the visibility's tenfold.
Yeah, to be honest, because I've got the wider handlebars on mine now,
Yeah.
it's moved the mirrors out.
Yeah.
And same thing. So that was one thing I really didn't like about this in stock form, is that it had no vision for the mirrors.
You could see your shoulders.
Basically, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really happy, man. My exhaust is doing what it should. The handlebars are making it feel a lot more flickable on the road.
Yeah.
This thing's looking a treat, man, honestly. So it looks real good. It's a bit of a brat style cafe race.
Yeah, I think so. It's I kind of want to have a look, see if I can do something with the tail, tidy up the tail.
Yep.
I've seen the LED strip.
Yeah, brake lights.
Brake lights,
yep.
indicator integration. Might look at that in the future.
I suppose it's that saying, if a bike is never finished being modified, is it?
Oh, and modifications never find an end, really, do they? There's always more to do.
So yeah, it's interesting. Like, we both obviously wanted to modify the same bike. We've gone very different routes.
Very different, yeah. I mean, each to their own as well. Like, I think that's the beauty. There's so much you can do.
Oh, with these things, yeah. These, especially these Keeways, man. They're a blank canvas, honestly.
I mean, you know, you can, like, obviously we've all both seen online the scrambler builds, the brat builds, the cafe racer builds. There's so much you can do with them. I mean, it just depends how big your wallet is as well.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I've spent a little more on this one than I'd anticipated. But,
yeah.
You know, I had a vision for this thing, and it's just about there. So
yeah. I think that's a good thing with this. What I've done to it has cost me very minimal.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wanted to keep it an affordable modification as well. There's a couple of tins of paint. I think the whole paint job cost me like $70 or $80 New Zealand. So
yep.
That's nothing.
Yeah. Plus it was good fun as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's a bit of fun while doing it.
Definitely.
You know, I've never stripped a bike, you know, that far down until we first built the things. So, you know, stripping it other than building it was a bit different. Oh, I enjoyed it.
It's a little bike, but it looks like that train is finally gone, so it's time to carry on. So the ride we're doing today, guys, you've actually seen us do once before. It's the Huntsbury Trail here in the Christchurch Hills. We thought that it would be a good test of what we've done to the bikes to ride them somewhere they've been before. Now, as Chris mentioned, his is more aimed at tarmac riding now with the ability to go off-road should he choose, whereas mine, I've gone full scrambler and have made it as good as I possibly can off-road. So a 19-inch front wheel, big suspension, I've gotten rid of some weight from the bike, big wide handlebars. You guys have seen what we've done to these things. So we basically continue along where we are. We've got a bit of a climb over some tarmac to get to the top of the hill, and then we pick up the gravel section. So that's the part I'm looking forward to the most. It'll be really interesting to see if what I've done has improved from the bike on stacked form. So I really hope it does, because I've spent quite a bit of time and effort to do what I wanted to do with this thing. So we're almost at the climb, and I have to admit that the bike feels a bit punchier with this exhaust and the carby tune that's had. So it will be interesting to see how this thing climbs the hill. Well, here we are, guys. This is where the tarmac ends and the gravel begins. This is the part I've been looking forward to. Well, we've been here before.
Yeah, we have. Let's go do it again.
How's yours feeling?
Yeah, it feels fine.
Feels fine?
Yeah, so...
I suppose realistically it hasn't changed a heck of a lot.
Not really, not on mine. Not really any different feeling than it was. It's just a tiny bit louder. Crackles and pops a little bit on corners.
I've got to say, man, this big wheel on the front and this exhaust,
yeah,
coupled with the handlebars, wow, different bike.
Oh, it would be.
I'm really looking forward to this. This is the part I'm looking forward to.
It'll be interesting to see how they compare to each other at the moment.
Oh,
so
definitely do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you go first and we'll crack on, eh? Completely different bike now. This thing just soaks up the bumps comparative to how it used to be. It's I think it's got about an inch more suspension travel, as well as more clearance. And I remember the first time that we rode the bikes on this trail, I had a lot of trouble with how stiff it was, and that sort of carried out throughout the whole Keeway adventure. I really wish that we had had some modifications like this to those bikes to start with, but riding them in stock form was part of the challenge for us. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this bike now. I'm really happy that what I've done has made a difference off-road. Obviously this is a moderately easy track. There's not really anything too untoward with this one, but it's a nice little first test. There's a few bumps, a bit of loose gravel, so yeah, we'll get a feel for it, and I don't know, perhaps we'll take it off-road somewhere a little harder for the next one. But wow, that front wheel, it's it's a lot more stable and a lot more predictable than it used to be. So I'm really happy with this, really happy with this. Well, looks like we may have lost Chris. Here he comes. Go bro, keep going.
I definitely feel the exhaust baffles I put in has definitely robbed some power.
Oh really?
Yeah, low end it's I'm pretty much sitting in first coming up, second I'm chugging.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely obviously higher back pressure I'd say.
Yeah.
So she's not running as well as she was, but hey, it's going to be a town bike for now, I'm sure.
I'll let you go first, bro.
Yeah, man.
Alright guys, this looks like the spot to me. Yeah, this will do nicely.
Second, first,
Yeah,
neutral.
I'm having trouble
Oh,
neutral
stall.
as well. There we go. What a spot.
Yeah, it's lovely, huh?
Well guys, that's the last of the first ride again. But I'm so happy with how mine is now. Everything I've thrown at it has done what I was aiming for it to do. So yeah, big smiles from me.
Yeah, it's I was saying on camera, it's absolute pleasure coming back on this little bike and coming up to the hills again. As I was saying, since the trip, it's only been about twice I've come up here. Yep. They're a lot of fun. Little bike, now a little bit more noise. They're just so fun. They're such fun little bikes to ride.
Definitely, man. I couldn't agree more. Flickable, light, just fun. Big grin factor, and that's what we've always said about the small bikes. So, but hey guys, look, thanks for tagging along with us on this one. As you can see behind us, there is a sunset about to happen. So we're going to chill out and watch that happen.
Thanks guys.
I'm recording.
It's not every time, but it's like down 60 tons pops flame. It's not good because it's going through fiberglass. Is fiberglass set on fire?
No, no, it shouldn't. I don't know, let's find out. Yep, there's some flames out of Chris's bike. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, definitely blue flames, bro. That's amazing.